All right. So we got a series script video by Crazy Raptor, W content creator. Happens to be in my chat. So yeah, there we go. I'll react to this, see what they have to say. And according to the comments, it looks very, very serious. So meow. Yeah. So yeah, let me just check if my sound is working properly. No, it's not even picking up the sound. It's literally not picking it up. Literally. No, it does. Okay. Let's check this out.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another Crazy Raptor video. We need to talk.
The video starts already, and I can just tell bro is like very, very depressed and going through shit. So that's already the first thing I'm hearing. But let's continue.
And obviously this ain't like any kind of video I would normally make, but you know what, it just feels right to just maybe just talk about a few things. Of course you can see that I'm in GTA Director mode. Um, I just wanted this to be chill, so I don't rage at any games or
Fair
stuff
enough.
like distracts me from actually like talking.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
So let me turn down my audio quickly. That's enough. All right. Wow, it's hard to speak now, but like I am gonna talk.
You already making a whole video. It's already like makes you like very strong as a person. You being able to talk about whatever's on your chest, whatever you're dealing with, is already something very, very strong and something that you should be proud of overall. It's not easy to talk about certain things, but if you do it, you should be very proud of yourself. Like shit, it's not easy, bro. Like I haven't even heard the whole video yet, but I already know it's going to be something with mental issues. Because Repta told me himself before he uploaded the video. So pretty much, in general, talking about mental health is really, really hard. I know it is. So let's just keep on with it. Put my phone on silent so I can fully lock in and see what he has to say.
I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but I guarantee you, 100% of this video is like actually like serious.
All right.
Let's just start off with like how I've been doing in life. Like, of course, like recently to like some people, like I guess you could say like I have been doing good in some way now. Like, we're being like the community's being like very successful. We're slowly growing now. We're slowly getting to 1K subs. We're slowly getting to 5K followers on TikTok. Anything's possible if you just put faith in
Your mind
yourself.
to
And
it.
to be honest, for a long time, I never
Yep.
really had faith in myself. There's been so many stages in life where like I've wanted to give up with like social media. Like, I even posted on my Discord server a while back and TikTok, but I felt like I wanted to quit social media. I just felt like
To this part, it's very relatable. Because for the past weeks lately, due to everything happening in the past, um, everything overall with the David stuff, it's all taken care of. I'm very glad. And whatever the fuck is ever going on, I don't want to mention that part. But overall, whatever that was going on, I want to quit as well. And now everything is taken care of. And due to all that drama and due to all that stuff, oh my god, English. Due to all that stuff, um, the community kind of died out. So the part where he says he wants to quit YouTube, it's a very, very relatable thought. Like I've had moments, even this past week, that I said to myself, should I still keep going or not? But since you have a goal, and like you said very beautifully earlier on, you gotta put faith in yourself. As long as you have that faith, that willpower, you know, um, put your mind to it, anything is possible. As long as you keep going and you keep grinding. So that part is already very relatable.
so done with YouTube and TikTok because obviously I've been making content since 2021 on
I
this.
haven't been making as long content, like I've been doing it for the past 3 years. But I pretty much made my account when I was like 13 years old, and now I'm 24. So yeah, you can already figure how long the channel has been on. But pretty much started the content like back in like 2020. So started like uploading my own music, and now I'm streaming and stuff. But let's just continue.
Channel at least. And for some videos, I haven't put much effort in. But like, it's just my comfort zone. Like, I try not to edit as much as I can because
Same here.
there are like many issues with like creators where they cut out too much, and I just like keeping full gameplay. You know? Oh god, this is hard, but
I know it's hard, but hey, you're speaking about it, and that's something you should be very proud of, really. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of strength and a lot of emotional growth to even speak about stuff like this. It's not easy at all. So I don't blame you.
other than obviously social media and stuff, well, actually no, it still ties into social media. Social media is like such a terrible place to be honest. Like, you're never gonna find. Well, I mean, you are, but you're never gonna find that many good people. Like, there's loads of good people out there. Uh, for some
Yeah.
reason, someone like me, like, I'm so loyal and stuff, and like, obviously, sometimes, like, on streams and chats and the past, like, I haven't, like, I'll admit, like, I'm not an angel. Like, things have happened to a point where I've got so, like, mad that, like,
Yeah.
I say things or I do stupid things. Obviously, we forgive, but we don't forget. Or maybe some people don't forgive.
It depends who you
But
are, yeah. It depends.
obviously, I haven't always been an angel, but I think it's best to say, like, there was a reason to why I behaved the way I did, obviously, in the past, towards people. Like, it's just like, life was and is, like, still so rough to me. I'm just gonna be, like, plain out honest here.
He's very right. Like certain things impact you, and that's why you react a certain way. And your whole thought process changes because of it. You know, you'll be finding yourself a lot in the dark because of it, trying to figure yourself out, trying to understand yourself. Why am I feeling this way? Why am I like this? And you start like hating yourself and stuff. So this part is also very relatable because everyone suffers. You know, everyone has their shit. You know, you can't tell me that everyone is doing great. You know, like you can't tell me nobody has ever had a bad day, like ever. You know, so this part is very accurate and very relatable in a way. Like nobody's an angel really. Even me, I ain't no angel. Like in the past, due to things happening, I would crash out in such a way, you know, that people would be like, "Nah, monster this, monster that." But it's really because of things happening, and you're just trying to like let it all out. But there's no place of really letting it out, so you let it out on other people, which is really mostly not your intention. But those people tend to really get on your nerves, and then they really try to piss you off in a lot of ways. And like I said, due to certain stuff, you react a certain way, and just as how life is, you know, action reaction. You know, it's the same thing with a fucking with a fucking tea bag. You know, like you put it in, you know, cooked water, and then like whenever you dip it in water, like the flavor comes out of it. It's the same thing, action reaction. You do something, but you also get a response. You get a call and response. It's how life works. So yeah, he's very right on that part.
I've had so many stages where I've just not wanted to play games, I've not wanted to go out, I've not wanted to talk to people, distancing myself from people.
Yeah, I'm just going to stop here, but I'll watch the entire thing though. Don't worry. The distancing people part is very, very relatable. Like there would be moments I would not talk to people at all, you know. But now I've pretty much, teach myself to talk to people. Because if you suffer on your own, if you suffer in silence, things will only get worse. It will literally eat you alive, and then you're going to be like, fuck, I could have done something. But instead, I kept it to myself, and now I'm suffering, and now nobody cares. Like people care when it's like too late. I'm not trying to say anything bad or whatever, but people mostly care when it's too late, when they're about to notice, oh, shit is about to go down. Because unfortunately, like you said, social media is not the best place to be. Like, there's so many people on here that are so rude that they don't give a shit. They could literally be pouring your heart out, and people will not give a shit. So if you have good people around you, you don't need to distance yourself. And it's really important to have people around you that deeply care about you, that actually care about you. If you don't have people that care about you, you'll only become more worse. Like it's something I read like a couple of weeks back. You're not going to heal in if the place around you doesn't change. So if you are very depressed or mentally overall, and the place where you're at, makes things only worse, or it's also a toxic environment, it will become normal to you. And then at some point, the whole darkness pretty much takes you all over, and you become the person you don't want to be. So that's why it's very important and a good thing that he's communicating with people. Because at first, that was not the case. Like I would DM him and he'd be like, "Yo, this and this happened, that and that happened," and it would be stuff that I would not expect. I'm not going to go deep in detail unless he wants me to go deep in detail of the stuff he told me. But like in general, mental health is such a very tough topic to talk about, and I don't blame him at all for having a hard time explaining all this. Mental health is a hard thing. It's not easy to deal with. It's something pretty difficult and something pretty heavy to deal with. So it's good in general that he's talking to me about it, because I will have to ask him many times at some point, "Yo, you good?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I would ask him later on, "Are you okay?" And then like he would vent to me. And I don't mind venting, because I'm really clearly asking, "How are you doing?" So if I ask you how are you doing, I'm asking mentally. Like there's two ways of asking it. How are you doing? And it's how are you doing? And the second one is of course mentally. The first one is overall. So that's why the most of the times I tend to ask two times if the person is actually okay. It's really important to check on a person, because you don't know what they're going through. And I'll probably say this along the lines in the video too, because like I said, like you can see, I'm not even done with the video yet. But so far, a lot of the stuff he's saying, it's very, 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 very relatable. And I understand where he's coming from.
Started to trust people, and normally I used to be that. I never liked that. Like, even though I was going through stuff, like I was still like loyal and stuff. Like I am still loyal, but it's just
I mean, you put a certain mask on your face to make it seem that you're okay, but you're clearly dying on the inside because you don't want people to worry about you, and that's a part I really understand. But it's good that he's like speaking about it instead, because suffering in silence is not the way to go. It really isn't.
over time it got worse. Obviously, so much happened in 2024 and 2025, and
It did. A lot of shit happened. Like shit in his life, of course, happened. But overall, in every community, there was like shit going down. Shit was just going so bad, and I don't even want to go into detail because of that shit, my community suffered a lot. Probably his did too, but because of shit going on, that can really impact your mental health. That's for sure. Like if you're already suffering, stuff like that happening, IRL stuff and stuff online, it can really impact you. It really can.
2023, to be honest. Obviously, online problems,
See, like I said,
which I've never really talked about that many drama situations, and if I did, I think most of those posts and videos are down now, because I took them down. I just
yeah.
couldn't be asked with them. I just gave up, or I got forced to take down drama videos. So there's that. But
It made you cry. Well, I'm 5 minutes in, so I'll see how and what.
think it's stupid how someone gets judged so badly on what people have seen them on, like as online, but people don't know you like truly. Like people don't know like true like
No.
me. They don't know Bradley, which if you don't know, that's my name.
Yeah.
But
Nobody knows each other really that deeply. Like you see someone online, you see their content, and you look at the channel, and you already judge the person on that. Oh, they make this content. These are their pronouns. If you have their pronouns, um, and this is the person. I heard them speaking. Okay, I have this picture in my head. So you judge a book by its cover automatically by looking at their channel. And overall, online you mostly put like a certain facade, you put a certain mask on, but the real you is really behind the screen, like in this case me behind the camera. That's the real me. So it's really really indeed very horrible and very sad that this is the reality of people just judging you, like they've never seen you before, but they hear a certain rumor, and I don't know if he's going to get into that. This is just me talking about this. They just judge you on the things they heard, and they're like, "Oh, this person is bad, bad, bad," and they don't even ask how the person is doing. If the person is doing fine, like people would really enjoy you suffering. While they don't even know you as a person, like they don't even know if you actually deserve it. But because multiple people are saying, "Oh, you deserve it," they literally say the most crazy stuff. You bought a new PC, nice.
I'm just like, I'm at that stage again where I just don't want to do anything. If you get what I mean, like,
Yeah,
of course
understand.
I've been making content. I have, streamed and stuff, but obviously, like, it just doesn't feel like the same with everything that's gone on and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
I know that out of the elites, monsters, and my community is like, my community is doing the best. Like, literally, all communities are in my Discord server, which is crazy to say. But what I'm trying to say is like, we won't see the old me again. Like, of course, like we won't see like, you know, the crash out me a lot. I mean, sometimes we still see some of that part of me, but that's different because that's like I rage at for, but I just rage at games in general. But that's pretty normal for someone to rage at a game.
yeah,
But there are things that I do want to change. Like, definitely my attitude problem. I swear way too much in my lives and stuff, and obviously I am gonna tone down the swearing. Like obviously there'll probably be moments where I slip out swear words, but there's not much you can really expect from.
Hey, if you feel like swearing, you can swear. It's nothing wrong with it. You're just being you. A human being doesn't have to be perfect, and neither you. So keep that in mind.
Someone who's going through a lot, and just a little trigger warning here. I'm just gonna like blurt this out. I have like tried to take my life on numerous occasions. Like people
Yeah.
can claim that they know me, but they like don't really like know me. Like
See, exactly like I said there. People don't really know you, unless they actually know you. And it might sound very deep what I'm saying, but people will actually know you if they really, really know you. You're like, if you don't know a person deeply, you don't really know a person. Like by just talking to them for like a couple months doesn't mean you really know a person. I think you really get to know a person from like a year mark. And in this case, I've known Raptor for 2 years, almost 3 years, which is actually crazy to think about. I've known him this long. Um, but you really get to know a person in that long period, in really times like that. So this pretty much is definitely very important indeed. You never know what's happening behind closed doors. You never know what's happening when bro is not streaming. You know?
it's been hard to be honest. Like I've lost like my best friend, like someone who you know, I've loved and cared about since primary. And of course, when time goes on and people grow up, I guess people just tend to, you know, just distance from you. And
Yeah.
fuck, I'm actually
Like at some point you outgrow people, and it's just how life is. You know, people come, people go, and there's no control you have over that. It's really part of life. People won't always stay in your life. People won't always be there. You know, people will disappear. It's just how life is built. It's just how life is in general. You know, it's just the way life is. Certain people are meant to be in life, certain aren't. And you finally don't have a control over it. But if they're meant to be in your life, they'll come back in your life. That's pretty much how it goes, you know. And some of them will just, you know, you have arguments with them, and then either you leave or they leave. You know, it comes from both ways in a way. Like sometimes you outgrow people, and if you don't outgrow them, that's fine too. You know, in general, it's really how life is. You can't do much about it.
like tearing up. Like I've I've just lost like so much stuff I care about, and I know that I've gained so much, and I've met so many amazing people. But it actually just fucking hurts that, you know. Oh my god, fuck, sorry.
It's fine.
It
It's
actually
fine. Don't
hurts
worry.
that, you know, I've lost my best friend. Like I know that that person's still around, but like they don't treat me like the way they used to. Like honestly, they treat me like shit. Like
Oh,
I love them so. I love them so much. But I don't think they care about me anymore. To be honest, I think it's more of just, oh yeah, like this guy spends money on me and stuff, and it's just basically I we lost that spark between each other, and it just fucking hurts. Like obviously I have so many amazing people now, but nothing compares to the person that you love so much.
and that's true. That's true. If you really used to care about someone, and you're like connecting with them, you know, and you just lose them, they just disappear. You just outgrow each other. It is very hurtful. It really feels like a part of you like it's like broken off, and it's like you're not growing back ever again. So I understand what he's saying. You know, like in this case, it's not a person for me. In this case, it's my community. Like, but all the stuff that's been happening and people just leaving and believing everything. You know, like you could pretty much say a piece of me has like disappeared due to the channel being the way it is now. Because right now the stream has like 2 viewers, but back then, and even though there was, in the moments when there was like no drama, people would consistently watch, you know, and because of people leaving, feel kind of feels like a piece of me has like disappeared, you know, and it kind of feels like I've been used in many ways. Like I gifted people stuff, and now they're just all gone. So that's so from that point of view, from his case, it's of course a person he knows IRL. But me, that's for the community at the moment. It really feels like they just used me. The community just used me in a way, and I'm not saying the whole community. I'm just saying certain people that were part of this community used me, and now they're nowhere to be gone. So I understand him on that part. I don't blame him at all. It's very relatable. It's very relatable. I understand what he means. You know, like I've lost many friendships over time, and even ones where they're like I really cared about a person, and yeah, I've gotten over it since this is like years ago. This is like 5 years ago, but that's something similar. Like we weren't really close, but we were getting close, and due to stuff happening, I reacted my anger onto them, and I ended the friendship. And like 2 years ago, at the end, I texted them on WhatsApp because I still had the number, and they were like, "Nah, I don't want to be friends ever again." You know, so I don't blame you from that part. It really just hurts, you know. So from the part where he's like explaining this, I really understand. Look, overall, I've been understanding the video overall. I really understand what he's talking about. But let's just continue because otherwise I'll be yapping and yeah.
Especially like losing so many people over the years. Like
See,
that's
I
either
knew
being
what
like
he's talking about.
either people dying or like just people going. or
Yeah.
finding things out about people that
Mm-hmm.
you just don't want to be around them anymore. Like, it
Yeah.
fucking hurts. Like,
Yeah.
I was close to so many people. Like,
Mm-hmm.
2023, 2024. That was like such a basically a good era because so many like people were together,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just completely like fallen down. Obviously, last year, I I don't even know. Well, actually, was it last year? No, 2024. I went through so much fucking shit in 2024 that I ran out
Yeah.
of the house one time. And obviously, I didn't make like that many videos in 2024, but at least I made like a decent amount.
Yeah.
But
In 2024, you were doing streams most of the time, and the running out of the house part. Some people know this story, and others will mock me for this story. Like I spoke about this story many times, but due to pretty much also going through stuff, I was living at my parents' house. Like if you go to my first stream ever on the channel, you can literally see I was streaming in that house, and pretty much how do you call it? Due to mental stuff, I literally ran off to my grandma, and now I'm living there. So it's really now I'm living here with her, and I've been here for the past 3 years, and my mental health has been doing better than ever. But due to also suffering, mental abuse overall, and people are like, oh, this is why our dog's mother doesn't love them. Bro, you don't even know the story. Like, if you don't know what you're talking about, just don't even say anything, like, you can't be saying shit if you don't understand it. And him saying the part where he's like, he ran out of the house and stuff, it's very relatable because I did the same thing. I literally went off in the freezing cold in fucking October. I ran off to my grandma because I couldn't do it anymore. I was having thoughts, like you mentioned earlier, and about ending themselves as well. Because sometimes life gets so fucking much, that you don't want to keep going anymore. Life gets really hard at some point, and they like, you don't want to keep going anymore. You're like, fuck it. So the part where he says this, again, it's very understandable, very relatable. And this is not to one up him. This is really giving my point of view and my reaction on this. Because that's, of course, what this is me giving my reaction. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to agree with everything I have to say. It's just my point of view and how I understand what he's explaining. Like I said, life isn't easy. Like, life is that hard. It ain't easy stuff to deal with. And you do things or you think about things that you shouldn't be thinking, and I'm talking about like mentally stuff. But that's just how life is. Life has a lot of dark tunnels, a lot of dark moments, and getting out of them is harder than you think. Like I've seen so many people be like, "What, bro is depressed? Why is bro depressed? Why are you depressed, bro? There's shit happening. Like have some fucking empathy, bro. Like you can't be saying stuff. Why a person's literally suffering. You don't even know what's going on with them. And then you're like, why is bro crying? Get a grip. Bro, if you were in the situation, I'm sure you would have cried too. I know you would. So before you be like, oh, why is bro crying? Why is this? Before you like judge and shit, maybe you should like think and try to be in the person's shoes, which is very important. Try to be the person's shoes. Try to understand what they are feeling, what they are going through. You may not exactly go through it, but try to at least understand. Like understanding is already very important. If you understand someone in a certain way, that's really, really important. Trying to hear them out, trying to let them speak. It's very, very important. But let's just continue.
like, oh my god, sorry, coughing. Um, it's just fucking 2024 was so hard for me, especially years prior, like 2018, 2021, 2022, and 2023. Like those years fucking sucked. 2025, that was bullshit too, to be honest. Like,
Bro, I don't even want to get into 2025 because what the fuck was 2025, bro? What the fuck was that year?
my life was going so well. Like, I literally fixed everything from 2024, and then literally the start of 2025, it started to fall down again.
Yep. Yep.
And then it was just all a mess again through 2025. Oh shit. Oh, okay, well, there's
Okay.
that. But yeah,
Okay.
it just.
Yeah.
I want 2026 and years like that go on like to be better, you know? Like obviously I know that's a lot to ask for like things to get better, but
No, you're being
I
mindful.
really do
You
want things
know,
to get better.
you're being mindful and already having the thought 2024 is going 2024. 2026 is going to be a better year, or you're having the hope already makes you a strong person. Thinking, oh, it's not going to be fine, things are only going to get worse, will not heal you as a person. And you can just tell this is very mature way of thinking. A lot of people don't have this way of thinking. A lot of people are like, shit will only get worse. Or what do you mean things are going to get better? You know? And then they like tell themselves stuff like that and then make stuff more worse. And they just overall wonder why things are going to shit. Well, if you change your mindset and be like, yo, things are going to get better, I have to keep going, I have to keep fighting, because I know in the future I'm going to be very proud of myself because I went through all that shit by myself or with the help of others, of course. I did it. You know, you're going to be so proud of yourself, and it's just how life is. Like I said, life has a lot of dark moments, and getting through them is really, really hard. And knowing that you went through those dark moments really makes you a strong person overall. You know, like, and with that mean it's strong. I don't mean muscles. You know, I mean mentally, your brain. Like having a strong mental health is more important than having a muscular body. You know, like it's way more important. Like you can have big muscles and stuff. It doesn't necessarily mean you're strong. It must has to do with up here. Like you gotta be strong there, and it's very very important. And him having the hopes of things getting better is already a very very good start. And I have the same goal. I hope things will indeed get better because I went through my shit, of course, and I'm not going to make it all about me because it's his video, of course. But having that mindset, oh, I wish things to be better, is a very very big start. So yeah, I'm having the same mindset that things will be better. I already believe it. I already spoke it into existence. You know, because if you speak something in existence, it tends to happen. For example, if you play Fortnite and you're doing well, and all of a sudden you're like, "Oh, I'm going to lose," and you keep believing that you're going to lose, you will eventually lose again. That's pretty much the same thing with life, but I have to explain it in Fortnite terms so it's easy for everyone to understand. So, in that part, I can really tell he has grown mentally. Like I remember speaking to him first time, and this was back in 2023. Mentally, this guy was not okay at all, but he has really come a long way. That's for sure. He has really come a long way, really.
People and everything in general. Like no one out there is good. There are many good people, but
They're rare to
sometimes
find.
you just have to surround yourself with people who are actually true and people who don't cause drama and stuff like that.
See, exactly what I said, everyone. It's really the people you have around you. If you don't have certain people around you, then yeah, it's pretty much that. It's really, really important to have certain people around you. And this is why I have so many people hidden on my channel. This is why so many people are banned from the community because they were just not good people. Mentally, they weren't good people. Overall, their mindset was not in the right spot at all. You know, like they would go through shit, but instead of trying to heal, like I said, they would only make things more worse. You know, and I'm talking about people like that I actually like hate from the channel because there's people I have shaped with that I don't really necessarily have hidden because I necessarily don't even have anything against them, but due to like stuff happening, it's probably for the best that we don't ever talk to each other again.
It's just fucking hard as well because, you know, I can do jokes and stuff, but when people say stuff like it's too far, it just, I don't know, it just pains me.
Yeah. Yeah.
especially like the way like people have been distancing themselves from me, or people have been blaming me for stuff. Like
Yeah.
I don't need that. Like you don't get what
It's easier to blame someone else than yourself. It's really the most easiest thing to do. You know, like, oh, this person is suffering. It must be their fault. You don't even know their story, bro. You don't even know their story. So who the fuck are you to tell? Oh, it must be your fault. This stuff is happening. You know, like if you don't know shit, then shut up. You know, you could have really asked the person, like, what is the real deal? What actually happened? You know, but a lot of people just judge and just blame instantly because it's easy without even actual proof being there. And like I said, I'm speaking from my point of view. So I don't want people to be like, it's Raptor's video. Why are you talking about yourself? I'm talking about myself as well because I understand what he's talking about. So I can imagine this stuff. I can really imagine it because I went through similar stuff in ways. You know, like everybody suffers, and not everybody has the same things of those same ways of suffering. So, in general, um, it's very understandable what he's talking about. But let's just continue.
I'm going through, and obviously I don't know what people are going through myself, but
See, see exactly. You never know what people are going through themselves.
you can't treat someone badly and expect them to
Yeah.
not be majorly hurt by it because
There. This is exactly my point. You can't expect to hurt someone and be like, "Oh, I really, you know what? I'm sorry. Okay, can you like forgive me? It's all fine. It wasn't that big of a deal. Please forgive me." You know, and then like speak in the most condescending fucking way to act like they're the fucking victim. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. I understand where he's coming from because I've met many people like that. You know, like they want to play the victim while you're the one suffering. So it's very understandable that he's feeling this way. Because I feel the same way as well. There's many people that act like, but I haven't done anything wrong. Or they pretend to say, oh, I've forgotten what I've done. I didn't do anything wrong, really. You know, and then like, when you show screenshots of them saying this stuff, they're like, nah, that's not true. I never said it. It's with AI. So it's such bullshit overall that people just judge each other. You know, like it doesn't make sense. You can play the monster season. Yeah, whenever Raptor's online, we can play it. Whenever he's online, we can play it because it's on his account, of course. But overall, like I said, it's really really bullshit that people just think they can say whatever and treat you whatever, and then expect you to be bodies for them right after. They just be acting like, oh, I am, you know what, I am the murderer. You know, look at me, look at how I suffered, blah blah blah. But you are not the one suffering in the first place. Like, why are you acting like the victim? Why you're not the fucking victim? You clearly aren't the victim. So why play like fucking one? You know, and that's really the sad part. You know, people just treating you any way they want, and they don't even give a shit. They're just like, yeah, I'm just going to say this and say that and get away with it. You know, and the viewer count is going up and down. Tells me already that certain people already know that I'm talking about them. You know, like every time you speak about stuff like this, people get so butthurt. But if you don't want people to talk about you a certain way or say certain stuff, then maybe don't harm them in a way. You know, don't say stuff like I said, playing a victim. Don't play a victim if you're not the victim in the situation. Because to a lot of people, and I've seen many people see this, all the stuff that happened between me and David, I've heard people say that I deserved it. But I was never in the wrong. I was just exposing the guy for all the stuff I got sent. And now the person that sent it to me is making me the accuser, making me the bad guy. And this is literally that. You know, like you could literally treat someone with love and care, and they would not give a fuck. They would just be like, oh, it's whatever, man. You know, you don't, why are you so mad at me? Why can't you forgive me? They get all butthurt about it. They get so sad and so annoyed and so salty about it. While you literally as a person were pretty much caring for them, you're giving them all the love. And they just decide to be like, oh, it's whenever. I'll just use this person. It's really stuff like that. You know, it's really how should be though. And people should understand. that other people have feelings too. People should stop thinking so much about themselves and other people around them. It's really important. Like starting drama for no reason or doing shit for no reason is the most sad and pathetic way of dealing things. Because it pretty much means, oh, I am suffering myself, but I decide to make the people around me that care for me, I decide to make them suffer. And that's not how it should be. It's really not how it should be. You should really be caring for the person. Or in this case, try to fix yourself. Because you're in a toxic situation doesn't mean you need to be toxic. It's a choice. You decide to be that person. You can also decide to be the person to be strong, to heal, to get away from stuff. If you keep circling around the same shit, like I said earlier on, how the fuck are you going to heal? How are you going to become a better person if you keep circling around in the same stuff? How are you going to become a better person? How do you want to heal from things if you keep repeating the stuff your enemies did to you? Like, it doesn't make sense. So like I said, I really understand him on this part because it's really relatable. Because it's the same shit with me. Like, I really was doing the right thing and now I'm being accused of stuff I didn't even do. Now I'm being harassed because of stuff I never even did. It's actually very sad that this is the case now. Like I said, you could literally do something for a person and they would not give a shit. They just treat it like it's another day. But you'd be grateful that a person even took the time to care for you. You should even be grateful that a person took the effort. Because there's so many people that don't give a shit. So if you find good people, treat them good. Don't treat them bad. Because if you treat them bad, you'll have, like literally what Raptor is saying, literally what he just said. You're just being depressed and sad about it because people are treating you like shit and you don't even deserve it. You're literally just giving them love. You're literally just trying to have the best for them as a person. You really wanted them to prosper. You really wanted them to be happy. You really wanted to make a difference in their life. But instead, you're just going to be a hypocrite and be like, why is bro mad at me? Or why is bro heard about this? Get a grip. Grow up. This, that. Bro, if this was you in the situation, you would feel the same way too. Literally.
Trust me, I know what hurt is. I've been hurt a lot, and I'm only 17. It's not funny. And then people...
It's not funny at all. It's not.
People like make fun of my weight. Obviously I have acne too. Like, I've been losing weight. Like, people have noticed in my family. Like, I've been barely eating and stuff. Like, it's just like it's going to a whole reset of,
See, and this is literally the cause of someone suffering so much. They start punishing themselves. They start starving themselves. They start, self-harming. They start having certain thoughts that you shouldn't be having. And this is really what you do to a person. Like, if you don't care about someone's feelings, this is exactly the response to that. It's really important that you show gratitude to a person that genuinely cares about you. And if this is not the case with you, then you're pretty much a very bad person. Because you can't be expecting a person to care for you, and then you treat them like shit. And you still expect them to treat you like a good person. It doesn't work like that. It comes from both ways. The person's treating you right, so you treat the person right as well. That's literally how it works. You don't just be like, oh, this person is kind and stuff, I'm going to use it against them. It doesn't make sense. It's not the right way of doing things.
Feeling self-conscious about myself again. And obviously in 2023, I was so, like, confident and cocky and stuff. But with all the...
And this is literally what all the stuff that, like, happens can do to a person. It can literally crush your spirit. And that's literally what was happening when I was still living with my parents. That's literally what was happening because they're mentally abusing me with stuff, even physically abusing me. I'm not going to get into that. But they were literally doing stuff like that, and now they expect me to be good with them. They expect me to be like, oh, it's fine, this, that. It doesn't work like that. You can't expect a hurt person to be kind to you right away. You clearly hurt the person, and you should understand that they are hurt. You should try to understand that they are hurt. And if you can't understand that, it's really on you. It's not their fault. You should try to understand why are they suffering? Why are they thinking this way? You have to try to be in people's shoes. It's very, very important. Try to see it from their point of view. Try to understand it. But instead, you make remarks to make the person feel more worse. It doesn't solve anything, bro. Because then you start punishing yourself. Like starving yourself is pretty much a punishment. You're literally punishing yourself. Self-harming is a punishment itself. So people mocking it and being like, oh, why is bro doing this? Why is bro doing that? And they say the most dumbest stuff, just mocking the person because they are hurting inside. It's actually very sad. Like, if you're a person like that, you should honestly be very ashamed of yourself. You really should. And you should really consider certain things you do. You should really think about it. Like, why am I like this as a person? And how can I bring a change? How can I do better? Because you're not gonna get any further by making a person suffer even more. Because you suffer doesn't mean the person around you has to suffer. And you have to realize that.
Oh, from 2024, it's just like I haven't been the same since. And obviously, like I said, I've been hurt years prior. It's obviously losing people I cared about. But like I said, I definitely want lots of change this year. Hopefully, this year is better. I hope, everyone else knows that there's always someone there for you. And even if there's not someone there for you, you are there for yourself.
That too. That's also the thing. If you have nobody, you gotta build your strength yourself. Because there won't always be people awake for you till 3 in the morning or 7 in the morning. There's moments you gotta do shit yourself. And that's also really important. And that makes you mentally even stronger. And I'm not saying having people around you won't make you stronger. But you making yourself stronger is even more, something that you should really be proud of. Because like I said, mental health issues aren't easy, bro. They aren't easy at all, bro. Like, everybody has their shit. Even me, I have my shit. And I'm not going to go in depth with it because this is not my video. But because of my shit that's also happening in the background, I understand where he's coming from. Because like I said, like if you have a person staying up for you till 7 in the morning, you should be very grateful. Because there's barely any people that do that. There's going to be like, oh, keep suffering. I don't care. You could really tell them, yo, bro, can I talk to you about my mental health? And you'd be like, sure. And they would just read it and be like, yeah, things will get better. What kind of fucking advice is that? It doesn't work like that. You have to be there for a person. But indeed, if you don't have anyone else, yourself is definitely not a bad thing. It will make you always stronger mentally.
Believe in yourself and don't give up.
Exactly. Exactly my point.
Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
From someone who's tried to, harm and stuff,
Yeah.
it's not a good look. And
It's not.
yeah, of course it's fucking bad stuff I've done towards myself and towards others. But there's always a cause to people's.
Exactly. There's always a cause. There's always a root of the problem. And if a person doesn't fix the roots or the reason, then of course Raptor or me or people in general will have a certain reaction. Like I've said this many times. Action, reaction. You start something comes out of it. It's literally how life works. It's common sense.
Problems. I'm not gonna get too deep into my problems yet, but I'll probably talk about it in the future when I feel more comfortable.
Well, you're already doing a very great start, that's for sure. You already speaking about this. It's already something that you should be proud of. Because it's not easy to talk about your shit. It's not easy to talk about your struggles. It's not easy at all. So you should definitely give yourself a shoulder pat or a head pat. You should really be proud of yourself because this requires a lot of mental strength and a lot of mental growth to speak about stuff like this.
But I just wanted to make this video and at least open up about that because I want to get closer to you guys. And obviously, I want to grow this community to be amazing.
I tried the same way of doing it, trying to be close to people, but the more I tried that, certain stuff happened, and I'm still trying. Even though shit happened, I'm still trying to do the same thing, and that's also why I'm openly speaking about my stuff as well, because I understand. I understand what he's going through. I understand. Shit just happens. It's just sad. And I don't think he wants pity. He just wants people to understand. Because there's people that could be like, "Oh, Bo just wants pity. Bo just wants people to be like, um, oh, like, Bradley, oh, Bradley," and like, no, I don't think he wants that. He wants people to understand. He wants people to listen, and having a person to listen to, it's very, very important. It's extremely important. Like, if you don't have a person to listen to, your mental health will get only worse. It's literally how life works. And some people could be like taking all my advice as a joke. But if you didn't go through this shit, then you don't know what you're talking about. I went through shit myself. So that's why I know exactly what he's talking about.
Safe and everything else. But I can't fully do that when I'm struggling.
Yeah.
I think for a few months, I would just rather like everyone to be like on my side, like, I don't need any more stress on me.
But here's the thing, I'm gonna just stop you there. Unfortunately, you won't have everyone on your side. Because like I said, with all the stuff happening in the past, to me overall, I can just speak on myself on that part. You can have people literally be on your side, but they could literally still stab you in the back. They could still do that. So unfortunately, it's quite a big wish, but it's a very hopeful way of thinking, and it's like a very good thing. But unfortunately, there won't always be people on your side. There will be a lot of people that would not give a shit. Or would throw a facade, like I said a couple days ago in that community post of me. They would really do a whole facade, act a certain way, to like start shit. Like, unfortunately, you can't have everyone on your side, but it's a very big goal to have. That's for sure, and I support you in it. I really do. Like, I want people to be on my side as well, but hey, you can't force anyone. People won't always like you. Not everyone will like you. It's just how life is. But the people that do like you, that's what matters. That if the people don't like you, it's fine too. Like I said, you have your people that care for you, and you'll meet other people on the way that care for you too. So I would definitely not force it. I would definitely not try too hard. Like, if they are meant to be in your life, they are meant to be in your life. And if they are not meant to be, it's how it is.
So I won't be causing stress on anyone else, obviously, because that's an unfair thing to ask for if I don't give anyone else that what I wish. I
Oh, I'm
give
gonna go
causing
back.
stress on anyone else, obviously, because that's an unfair thing to ask for if I don't give anyone else that what I wish.
Well, you can have wishes. Don't feel bad for having certain wishes or certain dreams. It's you as a person that wants certain things, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. You have to keep that in mind. It's totally fine to have certain wishes or certain things you want, so don't feel bad.
But I really appreciate you guys for listening.
You're welcome.
You guys are free to join the Discord, and you guys are free to subscribe if you're new here. Sorry if this is your first impression of me, but
Well, it's so bad. Like, you gotta accept him for the way he is. Like, if you can't accept a certain person for who they are, it's really on you, bro. You need to change as a person. Being homophobic, transphobic, racist, and being an ableist doesn't solve anything. You gotta accept each other. You gotta love each other for who you are. You can't be judging people because they look a certain way, because they listen to certain music, or call people just anything you want because you think it's good. You should accept people for who they are, and it's very, very important. Being a person that doesn't care is actually um, very, very unfortunate. And I really hope you find people that treat you the same way, because then you would understand how it is. So again, if you judge him because of this, and you're going to look differently at him because of this, you should generally fuck off, because he's literally just pouring his heart out, explaining shit. And if you don't want to understand or open your heart to it, then you should really work on yourself as a person. Because it's very important to understand what he's trying to say here. You know, like, if you went through shit yourself, you'll probably understand what he's talking about. But if you never went through shit, or shit that's been, all good for you, then try to put yourselves in the shoes of him. Try to put yourself in shoes of others. It's very, very, very important.
Life gets hard when you're not a popular kid, you know?
Nobody's
People tend
perfect.
to pick on you
Yep.
online
Mm-hmm.
and IRL.
Yep.
Which just sucks that the world has come to this because
Yeah.
world used to be so pure. But
Times change, Bradley. Times change.
it's
You
been
don't have control over it.
destroyed
sadly.
so bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would like to thank everyone who's here for me.
Don't worry about it.
So any
It's all good. Like, I don't really need thanks. As long as you're ready to me, Like, I don't mind being there for people. As long as you're real to me, you're loyal to me, you really care for me as a person. That's all that matters to me.
IRL mates, any online mates, any fans, any mates that are creators, any just creators that are watching. Like, we are all human, you know? We all deserve each other.
Yeah.
Still tearing up, fuck. But, yeah, I mean, that's all I've got to say for now. I could open up more. I mean,
Whenever you're ready for it. Whenever you're ready for it. It doesn't need any pressure. Whenever you feel like it's the right time. Because that's the important part. You don't have to force yourself to say anything. Say whatever you want to say. Speak your mind. It's important. You live in a Western country, so do I. So it's very important to speak your mind.
if people want that from me, if they want to know more about me, I mean, I'll go ahead with that. Like, I know that don't make sense sometimes. Like, I stutter so much and I just tend to get off track, but I've got as much as I could out in the way I could, you know? Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Peace out.
Peace out, dude. So yeah, that was my reaction to him. I understand his point of view. I understand where he's coming from. I don't really understand. And I'm very proud of him for speaking out. I'm very proud of him on in general, just speaking up about this, just being honest about this. I'm pretty proud of him for that. And you should keep it up. He's going the right way. I know you suffered, and your voice gives to the way that you indeed suffered. And as someone that has suffered himself, I understand where you're coming from. So just keep going. You're going the right way. Like you're doing your content. You're doing very well with your DTBR. Just keep going. Don't give up. Keep your head up. Try to speak to me or Serena or pretty much anyone in my community. You can always speak to me privately, and I could really make a group chat with me and Serena. We can really talk about stuff like this because it's important to be spoken about. So in general, just keep going. I'm very proud of you. I hope you know that.